In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on May 20th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Cincinnati Reds versus Pittsburgh Pirates. On Tuesday, the Cincinnati Reds hit the road to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates in the second matchup of a 3-game series. It's a divisional clash with both teams looking to gain ground in the standings, but the Reds have the recent edge in this rivalry. Cincinnati will hand the ball to right-hander Nick Martinez, who's quietly been putting together a string of quality starts. Over his last 5 outings, he's given up just 7 earned runs on 26 hits across 30.2 innings. On the other side, Pittsburgh sends Bailey Falter to the mound. He's been equally impressive in his last 3 appearances, allowing only 1 run and 7 hits over 16.2 innings. Despite Cincinnati's recent struggles at PNC Park, losing 4 of their last 5 there, they've won all 3 meetings with the Pirates this season. That includes a 5-3 victory on April 11th when they beat Falter. The Pirates come into this one cold, having dropped 5 of their last 6, and they've only managed to win 3 of their last 16 games against National League teams. Momentum's clearly with the Reds right now. They've strung together 5 straight wins, and their pitching has finally started to look sharp. Martinez, in particular, has been dealing lately, giving up just 4 earned runs and 16 hits over his last 19 innings of work. Meanwhile, the Pirates have been a tough team to trust. Since April 26th, they've only won 4 games, and they've managed just 3 total runs across their last 3 contests. Falter's been a bright spot in an otherwise bleak stretch for Pittsburgh, but his recent dominance hasn't translated to wins. The simple truth is, one team's trending up, the other's still stuck in reverse. As our first pick for this matchup, the Cincinnati Reds money line is our full game side pick. Scoring has been tough to come by in Pittsburgh games lately. The total has gone under in 9 of the Pirates' last 11 overall, including 5 straight at home. When it comes to facing the Reds, the under has hit in 4 of their last 5 meetings. In the 3 games these division foes have played so far this season, the over-under record sits at 0-2-1. All signs point to another low-scoring game. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Mets versus Boston Red Sox. The New York Mets take on the Boston Red Sox in a matchup between 2 teams looking to build on strong starts to their seasons. The Mets enter the game with a 29-19 record and sit atop the National League East. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are holding steady at 24-25, putting them in second place in the American League East and still very much in the hunt. When it comes to the starting pitchers, there's a noticeable difference in performance so far this year. Clay Holmes comes into this one with a 3-1 record, a 2.49 earned run average, and opponents hitting .258 against him through 25.1 innings, all of which have come on the road. On the other side, Walker Buehler has a 2-0 record and a 3.44 earned run average, along with a solid 1.09 WHIP and 18.1 innings pitched at Fenway Park across 3 starts. One thing to keep in mind is that Buehler is just coming off the injured list, and that could mean he's on a pitch limit. This is his first big league outing in about a month. Looking at the bullpens, the Mets come in strong, ranking 5th in the league with a 3.05 earned run average from their relievers. Boston's bullpen hasn't been bad either, but ranks a bit lower, sitting at 12th with a 3.72 earned run average. This game should be a battle between 2 of the league's better teams. The Red Sox are looking to get a boost at home, but the Mets are going to try to take control of this one right out of the gate. Their lineup, led by guys like Pete Alonso and Juan Soto, has been consistently good at generating offense and should continue putting together solid at bats. Meanwhile, the Mets pitching staff, especially Holmes, has been reliable. Holmes has given up only 19 runs in 48.2 innings this year and could throw multiple scoreless innings again, giving the Mets bullpen a lead to protect and close things out. I'm really curious to see how the Mets respond after a flat performance on Monday, but when it comes down to it, I trust this Mets lineup more than I do Boston's. They've been consistent when Holmes starts, and that trend should continue here. I think they bounce back and even the series. As our first pick for this this matchup, the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. Offensively, these are two of the better hitting teams in baseball this season. The Mets rank 7th in team OPS at .744, while the Red Sox are slightly ahead at 6th with a .748 OPS. Both lineups have shown they can capitalize when runners get on base, too. New York has a .709 OPS with runners on, which ranks 16th, and Boston has been more effective in those spots, ranking 8th with a .756 OPS. That tells me we should expect plenty of runners on base and a fair number of them to score. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Braves versus Washington Nationals. The Braves are heading to the nation's capital for a showdown with their NL East rival, the Washington Nationals. After starting the season with a brutal 0-7 record, Atlanta has clawed its way back into the mix and now finds itself in legitimate contention for the division crown. Meanwhile, Washington sits in 4th place in the division standings, playing catch-up in what's shaping up to be a competitive race. From a talent perspective, Atlanta clearly has the edge. That said, this betting line feels a little too rich, especially considering the question marks around Spencer Strider. While he's undeniably a high-caliber pitcher when healthy, Strider has logged just 14 innings since last season, and that limited workload over such a long stretch makes it tough to trust him fully in this spot. On the other side, Nationals starter Mitchell Parker has struggled lately, giving up 13 earned runs over his last 12.2 innings. However, there's a silver lining for him. He's pitched significantly better at home this year, where he holds a 3.38 earned run average and has allowed opponents to hit just .229 over 29.1 innings. Add in the fact that the Nationals have won 4 of their last 5 games, and there's enough upside here to consider them a viable underdog option. Washington has quietly been producing solid value during this recent run. And one of the concerns with Atlanta is the inconsistency of their offense. It tends to go quiet at the wrong times. Historically, Parker has delivered some of his best outings on his home mound, and if he can settle in early, there's a real shot the Nats get on the board first and force Atlanta to play from behind. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Nationals money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the total, there's reason to expect a game with some fireworks. Both the Braves and Nationals have gone over the projected number in each of their last 2 outings, and 3 of their last 5 overall. Atlanta, in particular, has been rediscovering its power stroke. They've launched 6 home runs over their last 3 games. Meanwhile, Washington is coming off a Sunday slugfest where they blasted 5 homers against the Orioles. Strider likely won't go deep into this one, which opens the door for Washington to capitalize on Atlanta's bullpen. The Nationals are riding a hot stretch at the plate, having piled up 24 runs in a 3-game sweep of the Orioles over the weekend. Statistically, they're also trending well. Over the past week, Washington ranks 13th in WRC+, 12th in WOBA, and 6th in ISO. Atlanta isn't too far behind in some areas, but their ISO of .140 ranks just 21st in that same stretch, even though they're 5th in WRC+ and 4th in WOBA. Another reason to lean toward a high-scoring outcome. Neither bullpen has been especially sharp. Atlanta and Washington both rank outside the top 10 in relief earned run average, and the Nationals in particular have struggled mightily, sitting 29th in bullpen earned run average at a bloated 6.55. Given the way both teams are swinging the bats and the vulnerability of the bullpens, this game has all the makings of a shootout. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus Tampa Bay Rays. The Houston Astros hit the road to take on the Tampa Bay Rays in the middle game of this 3-game series. Right now, the Astros are playing sharper baseball overall, and you could definitely argue they have some momentum. That said, they're sending Walter to the mound, a guy who hasn't pitched in a major league game since last September. He's been dealing with injuries and shaky form since then. Meanwhile, the Rays are kind of overdue for a breakout at the plate, and facing a rusty starter might be exactly what they need. Little has been holding it down for Tampa lately, giving up just 17 hits and 7 runs over his last 20.1 innings. Tampa has won the last 4 games he's pitched, and when you combine that with the fact they're at home and have the steadier arm starting, it feels like the safer side to ride with. Walter's a total question mark right now. As our first pick for this matchup, the Tampa Bay Rays money line is our full game side pick. The Rays are 11-15 to 2 to the over in their home games this season, while the Astros have gone 9-11 to 2 to the over on the road. Both clubs have solid bullpens backing them up, and the offensive production hasn't exactly been electric. Tampa sits 25th in the league at just 3.8 runs per game, and Houston isn't much better, ranking 24th with just 3.55 runs per game when playing away from Minute Maid. Little has hit Houston's number before, which only reinforces the idea this game might lean low on the scoreboard. Tampa's bats have been inconsistent all year. Through the first quarter of the season, they're sitting 24th in OPS, 22nd in strikeout rate, and 23rd in runs per game. Houston isn't faring much better. They rank 21st in OPS and have had similar issues stringing runs together. These two teams have now gone under the total in 5 straight meetings, and that trend makes sense given how both lineups have performed. Little doesn't give away many free passes either, which helps limit any big innings. With 2 cold offenses, good bullpens, and 1 unknown starter in Walter, this one feels like another grinded-out kind of game. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.